Hello everyone, welcome to the third video in Cisco ACI automation learning series. In this video, we'll see how to create VRF. In the previous video, we have seen how to create a tenant. For that, we have used API inspector. And this demo corp 3 we have created manually. And this we have created using automation. I'll go to VS Code. So this we have created in the previous video. If I try running this again, this will fail. The reason for this is object already exists. For that, what we need to do is in the payload, we need to give modified also. That means if object is there, it is not going to create it. If it is not there, it will create or modify it. Let me try running this. Okay, now we are able to run it successfully. Now we'll see how to create a VRF. For manually creating, we'll be using demo corp 3. Go to networking. I'll click on networking. Then clear this. Drag and drop it here. I will call this demo corp VRF 3. Submit it. Go to the API inspector and here we can see the payload. And now here, if you notice, it is management object, the universe. This is the root of the tree structure. Then here, this is the parent. The tenant is the parent. Under that, we have the child CTX demo corp VRF3. So we need to connect to this URL. So for VRF, we need to give CTX-VRF name. Remember that. I'll just copy only the payload for now. Copy this. Under sample payloads, I'll just create a new file 02 create vrf.json, paste it, then command palette, and so we formatted it. And here the distinguished name is going to be CTX-democorp, and the tenant name also we need to pass. And here also we need to give created comma modified. So under payload, let me just create a file vrf payload.j2, paste it. We'll compare it. Both are same. Here we are passing tenant VRF name and description. So we are not adding RN. So next step is adding a method for creating the VRF. Now here we have the proper payload. Now we'll add the configuration in our JSON file. So this is going to be under tenant, and we are passing name and description. So manually we are creating demo corp 3. You can see here demo corp 3, and using automation we'll create in demo corp 2. Now we'll go to APIC handler. So here we'll add the method for creating the VRF. Paste it. So here we need to pass the tenant name and the VRF data. VRF data will read from this file. So this part is completed. APIC handler logic is completed. Now we just need to add it in app.py. First we need to uncomment this part so that it will be storing the VRF data here. Then after create tenant, we need to add this logic. If VRF value is present, then it will say that found number of VRFs. Under the config, we can have n number of VRFs. So this is a list element. You can create multiple VRFs. I have added logic in that way. You can add even another element also here. So it will create another VRF. Now it will be iterating through this list and creating all the VRFs. And this create VRF we have seen it is in APIC handler. So tenant name and VRF data we are passing the tenant name, this data, and the VRF data. And this VRF data contains VRF name and description. So this we can see here, VRF data and description. This is optional. That is why we are given it in this way. If value is not there, it is going to be empty. Now with this configuration file, let us try running the script. uv run app.py --config default tenant.yaml, enter. So now this has created the VRF. So we can go and check it in the demo corp 2. Networking, VRFs, and now we have new VRF created. In this way, you can get the payload using API inspector and create a Jinja2 template and send it using Python script. In the next video, we'll see how to create the bridge domain under VRF. I hope this video was helpful. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.